I applied to several other schools, was accepted at other schools around Washington and around the Pacific Northwest, and decided that the University of Washington is the best place to go.
The main reason why I decided to come here is because of the number of opportunities available.
Some people say it's impossible, but I found it. It's very possible to play football and go to school at the same time.
The memories you pull away from it have everything to do with the people you meet while you're there, and the people I've met here have been amazing.
I'm going to miss it a lot when I graduate.
That is the art building right there.
The music building is this other corner here, right across from the art building.
That building right there is Great Hall.
The undergraduate experience at the University of Washington begins with a 2-day new student orientation.
The basic idea of it is to just give freshmen everything they need to know about the University of Washington and college life in general.
Good morning. My name is Marianne Drain, and I'm the student coordinator of the orientation programs. And all these people in front of you are going to be introducing themselves to you during this welcome session. And we are the people that will be helping you over the next couple days.
Freshmen and transfer students get off on the right foot with the help of student orientation leaders.
The first day is very structured. We teach them a little bit about the bachelor's degree and what some of the general education requirements are, and describe a little bit about what goes on with their major and their department and how they can get hooked up with that.
We run workshops with them, so we talk to them about the computing resources on campus, talk to them about like the athletic opportunities down at the IMA, things like that.
The Living the College Life skit, something that we do, it's kind of basically a skit showing them what university life is like outside of the classrooms.
You have a date? Well, it's just this girl in my sociology.
A girl! And then break up into small groups where discuss sensitive issues, talking about what to do outside of college life, things that you just can't get in a classroom. The issues that have been brought up have just been tremendous in scope.
Finance. How do you run into it in your daily life?
Freshmen can make connections with instructors early on by joining a freshman seminar. These small discussion-oriented courses are led by senior faculty members.
The idea with freshman seminars is to get students in contact with faculty around topics of mutual interest from the very beginning.
Freshman interest groups, or FIGs, provide an excellent opportunity for new students to connect with classmates.
A FIG group is about 20 to 24 students. They all sign up for the same schedule as one another. And that schedule is comprised of 3 classes, 3 strong core classes. They fulfill requirements, they do all that kind of thing, and they're grouped around a theme usually.
I had an English class, a calculus class, and a chemistry class with the same 25 group of students. So we all got to know each other really well, and we could help each other on homework, and it made the really big classes like the calculus and the chemistry class a little bit easier.
One goal of FIGS is to introduce students to computing resources on campus. This is part of an innovative program called UWired.
It is the new information age, and we are preparing our students from the very beginning as they come in as freshmen now to make not only use but advanced use of computers, of the World Wide Web, teaching them not just how to use a tool, but again, a new proficiency, how information in the next century will be utilized, accessed, and put to work.
I have had some amazing professors.
I've been doing undergraduate research for about a year and a half, working quite closely with one of the professors in physiology. It's been a wonderful experience doing that, and I was able to publish a paper.
One of our accounting professors is now been placed under the FASB, the Financial Accounting Standards Board, the government body that creates all the accounting rules throughout the nation, which is incredible.
I worked with a couple on internships. They sponsored me for internships. I also worked with one professor on my senior thesis, and she advised me for that. And that professor actually had just won the Distinguished Teaching Award this past year, and she was an excellent teacher, very committed.
I'm doing this research project, which is an independent project that I'm working on with the guidance of my preceptor, Scott Edwards. And when I'm done with it, hopefully I'll be able to publish it in a scientific journal.
Relying on state-of-the-art facilities, faculty help undergraduates make the most of their time here.
We're one of 7 universities. We've just finished the first of a five-year grant and renewed for another 5 years to transform the undergraduate engineering curriculum with a particular focus on introducing hands-on, interdisciplinary, project-based activities throughout the curriculum and increasing the diversity of engineering graduates. We're de-emphasizing lecture-based activities and emphasizing more students working on projects that are of their own design, of their own choosing, and the faculty and graduate students and staff within our departments then work primarily on helping students realize the goals of their projects.
Our goal is to find really, really smart students and bring them right to the forefront. And that's something we can do because we're on the forefront as well. And there was a wonderful 4-legged walking robot that was implemented by a team of 2 students, 2 seniors. Another great example was there were a set of 2 students who built a talking toaster.
Toast.
How light?
Medium.
Using settings, medium. No worries.
Thank you, Toaster.
David Salazan, a computer graphics faculty member here, taught a wonderful multidisciplinary computer animation course last quarter in an instructional lab that Silicon Graphics contributed to David for this project. It's a $500,000 lab of state-of-the-art SGI workstations running their animation software. And this was for 25 students who at the end of this produced a wonderful 1-minute computer animation.
For a typical 30-second spot in like a TV commercial, a group of maybe 6 to 10 professionals will spend 6 weeks to 3 months, let's say, depending on the spot. So here we had a class of students who were none of them professionals, none of them any background, making a 60-second spot in a period of 4 or 5 weeks, which is pretty incredible.
I still take movement class every day and usually teach a movement class every day. So I know every dance major by his or her first name, and I know many, many of the non-major students, hundreds of them, because I take class with them and I'm with them quite a bit. By its very nature, our dance curriculum and dance itself encourages and also awards students for their independence, their creativity, and their responsibility toward their art form. That's what makes them good artists. And I believe that if they become good artists while they're here in this program, or at least learn how to work at becoming good artists, that they will walk out of this institution ready to assume civic and community responsibility.
You get to take classes at the large research university with people who not only know science, know the facts, but are also doing science for a living, who are making the discoveries day to day. The University of Washington, for example, is the partner in a very large new telescope that's on a mountaintop in New Mexico, which we use remotely over the internet. And so the possibilities are finally reasonable for students at all levels, undergraduate, graduate students, and so on, to actually be present when the observations are taken and have access to these data. We also do a lot of astronomy from above the Earth's atmosphere, where there are certain kinds of observations that are unique, that you can only do from space. And that's part of my research specialty. I do a lot of work with the Hubble Space Telescope. I was privileged to be a member of a group of scientists who designed and built one of the original light-sensing instruments aboard Hubble. The problems in science now, at least in my field, in astrophysics, are so complicated that one person seldom makes much progress on them. And so we work in groups and we work with students. So advanced undergraduates not only take graduate courses but participate in doing research with their faculty. They are an intrinsic part of what we do.
What did you write for that? What would a control theorist tell them to do? Ron.
I teach over 1,200 undergraduates a year in my lecture classes. And what I like most about undergraduates is their energy. and their unbounded enthusiasm for learning. Undergraduates offer all of us hope in as much as they have a passionate desire to learn the truth. And while we can't really offer them the truth, we can offer them perspectives on their lives, on our society, and on the world around us, the social environment, that will be beneficial to them, that will offer them tools that they can work with in tackling our society's major problems.
The University of Washington encourages undergraduates to enrich their education with experiences off campus through internships and community service.
The Carlson office is an office on campus that creates linkages between faculty members and the needs they have for their classes and the kinds of agencies they want students to work in to address the kinds of intellectual themes they have in their classes. So the Carlson office will set up the agency-professor relationships and facilitate student participation in those agencies. And in addition to that, the Carlson office offers a set of internship opportunities so that students can work in the community and earn internship credit for that work.
Internships, co-ops, those kinds of activities are fundamental to our long-term recruitment interests of people coming from universities, the University of Washington in this case, on into the Boeing Company.
I'm going to show you what we have to get out to really make sure it's gone for good.
Many students that we've been working with are working on a program that's curriculum-based. It's a requirement for a class that they're taking. We want to really encourage that. We think that taking an idea out of the abstract and actually putting it to work is such an excellent reinforcement for the thinking behind what we teach and what we want students to do with it. This project is an effort to restore a green space in Seattle's park system that has been neglected for 40, 50 years.
The students, I think, learn about a variety of different people, and they learn about how it is to work in the community and what social services are available in the community, and about volunteering, which hopefully for a lot of these people will be a lifelong commitment.
What do you think we should do with that, with this figure?
Am I supposed to divide?
Yes.
UW students are deeply involved in several local tutoring programs. Here at the Samuel Kelly Center, for example, undergraduates tutor and provide SAT preparation to high school-age minority students.
We recruit students in all of the area high schools in Seattle and Renton, basically. And we ask them to make a rather strong commitment to come at least twice a week for at least 2 hours at a time. It's been a very good arrangement, I think, in the sense that the tutors also feel that they've gotten something out of the experience.
Service learning to me is one of the most exciting ways in which we are really literally showing the connections between what students can learn in their academic work and what its relevance is to the community.
In the future, Mary Gates Hall will be the center of undergraduate activities and services.
The name is extremely important to us. It symbolizes the best of what undergraduate education should be. Education that is high in excellence and is directed very clearly at serving the community.
Local businesses look to the university for future employees.
The support of education really is an investment for the future. It's an investment in quality. You know, we are not going to be able to, function at the level that we've been functioning. We are not going to be the competitive industry we are if we don't get top quality people coming out of universities like the University of Washington.
We invest very, very heavily in the students here. They're going to work very closely with top flight faculty, with other really first-class students. They're going to have a terrific undergraduate experience in technology areas like computer science and computer engineering, electrical engineering, molecular biology. They're going to be working in the region where all of this stuff is happening. You couldn't be in a better place than Seattle to be participating in the emergence of these new 21st century fields, and we're in the middle of all of that.
We hold here in our hands the future of our community, our state, our nation. We hold the next generation. And what we do with them during this period of time, how we use their time, what we teach them, what they come to know, and what they come to value, will be the major forces that will shape our future.